guys, welcome back to the channel. So a little bit ago I posted on here and on Instagram that I was going to be doing a Q&A to celebrate 30,000 subscribers. Well, I actually recorded that like multiple weeks ago at least. And long story short, I'm needing to re-record it. So sorry that it's taken me a little bit to get that up, and sorry that I haven't recorded in a little bit. We need to do a little bit of a catch up, first of all. So to begin, you can probably tell that my hair is a slightly different color. Unfortunately, I record in very dim light, so it's not as vibrant as I wish it would be, and obviously I've washed it a little bit, so it's kind of faded. But I dyed my hair purple. Kind of try to get it in the sun so you can actually tell that it is indeed purple. I'm just in kind of dark lighting so that my projectors can show up. It's also kind of gross because dry shampoo can only go so far, but yeah, purple hair, pretty exciting. I obviously didn't bleach it, you can probably tell, because obviously I like wearing my hair quite long, so I didn't want to damage it a whole lot, but I still kind of wanted to be a night elf. This is just Arctic Fox Purple Rain over my natural hair color, which means it should fade back to normal. I did a couple of test strips and it did, so. But I'm hoping I can keep it for a long time. We'll see. If it ends up being too much of a pain, I don't know. But yeah, while waiting for the weather to cool down, which it finally has, it's actually been kind of stormy outside. It's so nice. But I was helping my parents with a bunch of stuff for a couple of weeks, so I wasn't able to really make videos. Hopefully can again now. In return for helping them, I got one Glamdring replica. You guys seem to like it when I show off my weapons in videos, so here we go. We now have very big and heavy Glamdring. I love it a lot. I maybe Gandalf for Halloween and in some videos coming up soon, we'll see. And then yeah, immediately after I got done helping them, I went on a tiny hiking vacation, which was a lot of fun. But anyways, I'm obviously back now. Let's go ahead and get into the questions. I feel like I'm being awkward because I haven't recorded in weeks. I'm just gonna like awkwardly read these off from my laptop, so if you see me like looking down, obviously that's why. I'm recording on my new phone, by the way. I forgot to mention that. I mentioned it the first time, but yeah, I hope it looks good. And hopefully not too good. I feel like it's gonna show all my pores. That's unnecessary. Anyway, we're gonna start off with the questions on YouTube. First from Rancian Knight, we have, what is your favorite feature from one of your series of a Bethesda game? Mine is Dancing Veteran Guard. I would say, I don't know why, but every time I think of that one Beyond Reach video where the horse just flies away and I'm just watching it, it's so majestic. But yes, they did an amazing job with that, and I just saw a deer fall from the sky. Looks like... And there he goes. He's ascending to the heavens. Oh, yep, he's gone. There goes horse guy. I'm gonna quick save before I walk over here, because apparently you can just shoot into Aetherius. That one's really stuck with me. And two, what is your favorite mythology slash folklore? It's actually been a little bit since I've studied mythology. I used to be like super into it. I would say Norse is still probably my favorite, but I've been wanting to get into more different mythologies. Like I've been wanting to learn more about Chinese mythology and whatnot, but right now it's Norse. Then from a necromancer, spooky, we have, are there any new games that you have planned for a series? I'd love to see you play more games. If so, which ones, what type of games? So, if I could get back into uploading consistently, which at this point, I keep hoping that it will happen, but it doesn't. It's just, I try to do too many creative things at once, I feel like YouTube, art, writing, like all of that, and trying to juggle it all, then I accidentally abandon another and it's just a whole vicious cycle. I feel like if I could get back into doing YouTube full swing like how I was kind of back in like 2018 and whatnot, my peak, I might consider bringing more games to the channel, but right now I really feel like I shouldn't. It's like I want to get back to Fable, like I still need to do that. I need to get back to all of my series, really. Now that I have World of Warcraft going and 2 series, it's just a whole lot. That being said though, I've been kind of thinking about doing more one-off videos, like I kind of want to revisit RuneScape. I feel like that'd be a fun video and I haven't played it in a very long time. At least not seriously. I think I logged in for like 5 minutes on a couple of different occasions, but if I were to bring any more new games to the channel, it definitely would stick to fantasy. I keep having people ask if I'll play like Starfield or Fallout again, and I don't think I will. I think I've officially decided I'm just gonna try to keep this channel a fantasy channel. It's not a Bethesda channel. Fantasy is obviously my preference, so I'd like to stick with that. I know I tried to sprinkle in some Nintendo at one point too, and I think I'm just gonna not do that. Like I know, I kind of wanted to play Kingdoms of Amalur on here at one point, and I wanted to play Dark Alliance whenever that was coming out, but I just, there was too much, so I didn't do it. Maybe someday. And then from Pocket Scarf, do you have a plan for your arena character? Anything worth sharing, and do they tie in with anyone else in your ensemble? At one point, I was actually planning on playing as Chancellor Okado. You might remember him from Oblivion, because I saw a really good theory a long time ago that he was the arena character, and I was gonna tie him into like Adamo and his whole family, but I don't really know anymore. I don't know if I like that. They certainly will be tied in, but to be honest, I'm not really certain. I need to figure that out. From Nada JB, we have, it's still far away, but which character would you wish for a comeback in Elder Scrolls 6? Zir. I want to see him in the Dark Brotherhood leading it in Hammerfell. I was just thinking about that randomly the other day. I think that would be nice. From Oh Right, we have beginning my journey into the RPG genre. Wanting to play the Elder Scrolls, where should I start? Honestly, start with Skyrim. Morrowind can be really intimidating for new players, especially if you're new into RPGs in general. Oblivion, as much as I hate to say it, it's my favorite game, but I don't think it aged very well. And it can also be a little off-putting to new people. So I feel like Skyrim really is the best place to start. I would recommend that. From Drake Osborne, we have, what type of playstyle do you play most in games like Skyrim, Oblivion, etc.? I think you guys can probably tell, but I really do like spell swords, but what I figured out I love the most, and this is totally just me realizing how much I love Demon Hunter and then putting it all together from all the other games I play. I like being really fast melee characters. Spellcasting with it is great, but it's not required, obviously, since, you know, children, but just really fast melee characters, that's what I like. From Aditya Banerjee, we have, which NPC, according to you, has the greatest depth in character, background, and/or dialogue in Elder Scrolls? And then they said that theirs was Parthenax, Dagothr, and Martin Septon. I think I would have to agree with Dagothr. We know I love him. But I also just think he's really interesting and well written. So, Justice Texira, I think. I'm probably pronouncing these all wrong, but I'm trying my best. They just wanted to know if I'd play Sky Oblivion when it came out. Of course. Then from Jester, are you thinking about expanding the Conair universe? I love that you phrased it like that, like it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe or something like that. I'm gonna have to start using that. The Conair universe. It's his. It belongs to him. He thinks it does. Like adding new characters and stories? If so, would you try to experience with different experiment? You probably meant experiment. With different Elder Scrolls races like orcs and the beast races. So I definitely can see it expanding more. Of course it will, because you know, future games will come out. Still need to kind of go backwards to Arena. And now I'm even working different characters of mine from different games into it, so if you didn't know, my World of Warcraft characters are now Gonair's sons, so I'll talk more about it once it's more fleshed out. Mostly it's being developed for like our D&D world slash my own book universe. It's still pretty rough in Elder Scrolls, but I'm actually trying to finalize more of the older stories, like Teldrin and Gonair's stories, because my goal for so long has been to finalize that, write a whole huge thing about it, and kind of upload it on YouTube in chapters, just telling their stories like in a book format. Just like a nice little fantasy novel, and I think that would be good practice for writing my own fantasy series afterwards. So a long time ago, I'd actually already finished an outline and had a good bit written for that, but I've changed so much that I've had to scrap it all, and I'm reworking the outline now. So that's why I'm trying to finalize it and not make too much more for their stories in the Elder Scrolls. But yeah, it'll definitely always be expanding, I feel like, especially as I go on and take it out of the Elder Scrolls and put it somewhere else. From Jack ANCH, we have, not Elder Scrolls related, but thoughts on Animal Crossing New Horizons. I know there are a lot of varying opinions in the community about this, and I would love to hear yours. So if you guys didn't know, for a little bit, I was playing Animal Crossing New Horizons on my old channel, and to be honest, I burnt out of it really fast, and it makes me really sad, but that game is so lacking. Like, I'm so glad they finally added in terrain and being able to put furniture outside, but it doesn't make up for all the content they cut and are trying to just re-release slowly and updates. They should not have done it like that. They should have kept it all in and then given us new stuff and updates. And the fact that Pocket Camp is being treated like it is and has so much stuff over the game that you pay $60 for, I'm honestly really pissed off with Nintendo, and I haven't even played New Horizons. I haven't been on in a very long time because I haven't been on my Switch because I'm so pissed off about the Joy-Con drift too. I'm just furious with Nintendo lately. We've had a breakup. But I haven't really played New Horizons since I was recovering from that surgery of mine last November. And I was trying to get all the Mushroom series. which you had to pop balloons for. I'm pretty sure that was the only way you could get it. The villagers may have given you a couple of things, but yeah, that was annoying. I put it down pretty much then. It was just like, yeah, not enough furniture in the game, not enough to work towards in the game, just no. New Leaf a million times better. From Philip's back, we actually have you thought about playing Final Fantasy XIV? I recently took a break from World of Warcraft and I've been playing it. It's pretty cool. Very focused on the story, it has some interesting mechanics. I would like to know if the game would interest me. I think pretty much anyone that does World of Warcraft content lately has been getting asked to play Final Fantasy XIV. The problem with that and with me is that I don't play World of Warcraft necessarily because I want an MMO. I play it because I like World of Warcraft, you know what I mean? And I just really haven't been interested in Final Fantasy XIV at all. Like, I've never played a Final Fantasy game anyway. I don't think you necessarily need to, but I just haven't really been all that interested. And I know that this is a really stupid reason to not play it, but I think it's really ugly. I know that's coming from someone that's character looks like this. I know World of Warcraft models look goofy, but I like the art style. I don't like the art style of Final Fantasy. They have really long necks and like tiny heads, and it's really uncanny to me. I'm not even gonna get into the little chibi people. I don't like it. It's really ugly to me, and so I refuse to play it. And I've always been that sort of person. Like, as a kid, if I thought an art style in a cartoon was ugly, I would not watch the show. I'm still like that. I won't watch adult cartoons because they're so ugly. I know that's really stupid, and I'm sorry, but the main reason I'm not playing World of Warcraft just because I like MMOs. I'm playing it because I like World of Warcraft. So I wouldn't count on it. From Noah, we have who is your favorite Daedric Prince and what is your favorite Daedric artifact in the Elder Scrolls universe? My favorite Daedric Prince, I've finally decided, is definitely Hermaeus Mora. I love him. I think he's really interesting and I love his design. He's really cool. I obviously really love Dragonborn too, so... But as for my favorite Daedric artifact, I don't know why I've never really considered that. I really like Dawnbreaker. I feel like I use it a lot. And obviously there's the Moon and Star, which is just iconic, and I want one in real life. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dawnbreaker for now, but I feel like if I think a little bit more about it, I'd probably figure out the true answer. From Charlie666, we have, what fandoms are you in outside of Elder Scrolls? And I answered this one particularly because, I just want to say how pathetic I am, and that from the ages of like 10 to, I feel like just like last year, Elder Scrolls was the main thing I cared about. I think it's obvious, but I think I'm finally getting to the point where I'm so deprived of content, and since I'm burnt out on ESO, that I'm starting to venture into other things, and getting back into reading has definitely helped that a lot. But obviously there's World of Warcraft, I'm super into that now, but I don't know if I would count it as being in a fandom because I don't really see enough people talking about it, but as I've mentioned a million times, I'm getting really into the Drizzt novels, and I've been getting super into Lord of the Rings. Like, I'd seen Lord of the Rings a while back. Like, I saw it a little bit whenever I was a kid, but whoever decided to show it to me started with Return of the King, so obviously back then I didn't really understand, so I could have gotten into it way earlier in my life, but I've been reading the books this past like month and a half. I'm almost done. And if you couldn't tell by the glamdring and the fact that I'm being Gandalf for Halloween, I've been really into it lately. But yeah, the main ones, obviously, Lord of the Rings, D&D, Elder Scrolls, World of Warcraft. I think you could probably tell, though. But I stick very heavily to, like, fantasy stuff, so I can't... I don't know. I'm sure you were probably hoping for something more, like, interesting, like some obscure show. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I'm not, but, you know, something like that. I'm sure that's what you were hoping for, but... I'm pretty basic. I like fantasy stuff. From Jason Davis, we have... Given your obvious comfort with and taste for a multiversal story world view, what are the chances that in some tale, one or more of your characters get to meet their own counterparts? If so, what would happen when Prime Gonair steps into Skyrim, for example, or D&D Bjorn gets caught up in your Prime world? So yeah, multiverse crossover question in general. That's really interesting. I really like this question. It's like never something I had really thought about beforehand because I feel like throughout the different universes that I've put my characters into, they stay relatively the same character, just different things happen to them. I feel like Gonair would hate himself, like, for sure. You know, he's just very power hungry. I'd say he's fairly competitive, just that sort of thing. He would not like having another him around. It would probably result in a fight. Bjorn, I think, would be his own best friend. I don't really know what Teldrin would think about himself. I think he'd probably like it at first. He'd be like, finally someone reasonable is around, but then after a while he'd just be like, no. And Adamo, he would never shut up. Both of them always talking about something wizardy. There would never be silence again. I think Rindris would just be really chill with it, as he is about most things. They would probably just have tea and talk about bugs together or something. But yeah, that's a fun question. I like that. I feel like I could get more in depth with that sort of thing. But okay, now we are going to move on to the Instagram questions. And first from I am Jackson Walter, we have, what is your favorite thing about the Elder Scrolls series? It's definitely the world building for me, because I feel like in World of Warcraft I like a lot of the specific characters a lot. Like obviously, I've unfortunately become too obsessed with Illidan. I think he's funny and pathetic, okay? Anyway. Meanwhile, in Elder Scrolls, I feel like I don't really do that as much. Like, clearly I love Sothasil and Mannimarco. We know that. I love Dagothr a whole lot too, but I just love the world so much. The world and the lore, like, beautiful. Out of that, obviously the Dunmer are my favorite, like, thing in the series. From Valeria, we have, what languages do you speak? Unfortunately, like the average white American, the only language I am fluent in is English, but I do actually find it really fun to try to learn other languages. I haven't gotten super far in any of them, but the main one that I've studied throughout my life and that I feel like I'm the furthest in, which still isn't very good, so... But is Russian, actually. I think it's a really pretty language. I'm actually, like, Eastern European descent, so I thought it would be an interesting thing to learn. I don't even really plan to go to Russia one day, I just think it's cool. It's a very pretty language in my opinion, and it's really easy to learn, really. Like, a lot of people I think are put off of it because of the Cyrillic alphabet, but it's really not that hard. It's a very easy language to learn, at least as far as I have gotten, which isn't super far. I need to pick that up again. From Anshika14, we have top 5 favorite questlines in Skyrim. I don't know if you mean like the overall questlines, because if I named like the top 5, they're, you know, that'd be pretty much all of them. Or if you mean like the littler quests, like how there's the whole little questline with Arniel Gain, which is certainly one of them. I love Dragonborn's whole storyline a lot, but out of that, I really like helping Neloth. I like the whole College of Winterhold, not because the story is particularly great, because we all know it's not, but I just love the college itself, especially with the immersive College of Winterhold mod. It makes it really cool. That's just the vibe, peak vibes. And clearly I love the Dark Brotherhood. Was that 5? I think. I can't count. Then from Hylian Kitten, we have, will you continue with the Fable series? I want to, but once again, I have a lot of series going on right now, and I haven't been putting enough time into YouTube to even keep up with one of them. I did buy Fable Anniversary on Steam. I just need to get back to where I was, and then, you know, have the time to put it back onto my channel. So it's like, I'd like to someday. Like I said, just bought it, so put in the money to do it, but have not done it yet. I'd like to. We shall see if that actually happens. Then from Gislason Corbin, we have, does Bethesda's recent business decisions, mobile games, Fallout 76, etc., make you nervous for Elder Scrolls 6? Yes. But I've just been, I don't know, games lately? Like, we all saw how Cyberpunk went. I'm just scared for pretty much all the games in general lately. Then from Uncle Gringo, we have what got you into World of Warcraft. I think I mentioned that I had been wanting to play it since I was a kid, just seeing stuff like advertisements and hearing people talk about it. I really wanted to play it back then, but if my parents got it for me, then they'd have to get it from my brother too. We probably could have just shared an account, but even then, like, they just didn't want to pay the sub fee. Can't blame them. They were paying for me and him to play RuneScape, but that was back whenever it was like $5 for each of us, so. But then I started dating Ryder, who World of Warcraft is his favorite game. At least one of them, but whenever we were dating, I was still obviously quite a poor teenager for a while, and then a poor adult for a while more, but never really got around to playing it until just recently. Well, recently, it's been almost a year now. I'm so glad I finally did though. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I haven't really played it a whole lot the past like month and a half, but planning on resubbing like today, so videos will return of that shortly too. But yeah, it was mostly just I thought it was interesting even as a kid, and then my boyfriend being really into it and seeing him play Shadowlands really spurred me into wanting to try it. And obviously I think I enjoyed it. From Elena Holmes, when will the Skyrim episodes be coming back? I miss it. Me too. It's been 2 months. But, I realized that when I was on vacation. I was like, how has it been 2 months? Why does this always happen? I have no concept of time. They will be coming back soon. I can finally record again because it's like actually nice out. I'm not gonna die if I'm up in my office. So soon, hopefully. Oh my god, things keep coming up. From Andrew Gable 6, we have what country do you live in? I do live in America, but given that I am Texan, I am obligated to tell you that. Then from Broccoli Potato, we have what are your favorite heavy metal bands? Heavy metal is my favorite kind of music. Okay, so I'm gonna start this off. I do like metal quite a lot, and it is my favorite like genre of music. But unlike most metal fans, I feel, who are very into subgenres and are very particular about subgenres, I'm actually not really good at listening to music and being able to place it into a subgenre. You know what I mean? I think my favorite is actually power metal, not heavy metal. I don't even know if anything I listen to classifies as heavy metal. I'm not good at that sort of thing. So I'm just gonna talk about what I think is power metal, which right now, my favorite band is Glory Hammer. They're this metal band that is, each of their albums is essentially like a little D&D campaign that is goofy as hell. And it makes me so happy. I'm actually just going to bring up Spotify so that I don't forget any of my bands. And if you would like to see my playlist, you can find that here. I have this whole playlist of fantasy metal, or at least most of it's fantasy theme, not all of it, but that is what I listen to on a daily basis. My favorite song by Glory Hammer right now is actually Goblin King of Darkstorm Galaxy, I think. So good. I like Rise of the Chaos Wizards by them. You didn't even ask me for my favorite songs, but now I'm just gonna talk about Glory Hammer. Wizards, just in general, oh my god, good song. The Hollywood Hoots, man, just listen to Glory Hammer, they're so fun. But other than that, a few of my favorite bands, now that my Spotify playlist has finally come up. I like Windrose a lot. They make dwarf metal. I don't even need to go any further. One of my favorite bands from back in the day, and so probably like one of my favorite bands of all time, is actually Avenged Sevenfold. Don't know what metal genre that fits into, but maybe. I have a few songs of theirs in my playlist still. I like Tear a lot, that's a good band. I like this, there's this one musician, his name's Scar. I think you can find him on YouTube too, but he does a lot of covers, like metal covers of fantasy game songs, and they're so good. Oh, his Hymn of the Firstborn Son is about Anduin, and it's like the Stormwind theme and all that, and it's so good. And the Fear Not This Night one, Fear Not This Night reminds me a lot of Gone. I could talk about that forever, but I'm not going to. But listen to that one. That and Hymn of the Firstborn Son. And Invincible, that one's really good too. Anyway, there's a lot of him in this playlist. Lots of Glory Hammer, of course. Lots of Dragon Force. Powerwolf, that's another good band. And Twilight Force, yes, that's another good one that we recently found. The song Thunder Sword. You guys don't know Drelena's backstory in D&D in my own universe, but Thunder Sword, man, that's part of it. That's part of her backstory. I found it and was just like, how did you know? It's her song now. And also there's this one song by Dragony called Gods of War. Oh, that one. It fits so perfectly, like the whole Ebonheart story of like Teldra and Drelena onto Gone. It fits that storyline in D&D and my own world, once again, super, super well. Elder Scrolls still a little bit, but that's a wonderful song. Anyways, I was on that question for too long. Sorry, I've been really into my playlist lately. From My Father's Joy, we have what's some advice for a complete newbie girl getting into gaming and streaming? I'm not going to get into like the technological stuff because that is really hard to explain unless, you know, we're using all the same programs and all that. But first of all, I would definitely say treat it like a hobby and just have fun with it. Like, do it when you want to. Don't feel obligated to. Obviously, I don't usually. I just do it when I want. It's a lot healthier that way. Don't treat it like it's a thing to do for money. You're not gonna get much money from it, at least for a very long time. So don't get into it for that. I don't know why so many people are under the impression that all streamers and YouTubers are rich, because no. And I'd also just, I don't know. People can be really mean. Don't take that to heart. People just get really mad whenever they see us ladies doing what we want to do and having fun with it sometimes. Just some people just suck. People are gonna suck. Just be kind of prepared for that. Just do what you want. Whatever makes you happy. I know that's probably very bland advice, but it's good advice. Most people are very lovely and you'll make a lot of friends and it will all be good, but, well, not all of it will be good. You know what I mean. I'm not trying to scare you away from it. Oh, yeah, that's actually all of them. At least all of them that I'm going to be answering today. I'm sorry if I didn't get around to yours. Some of them I just wasn't really sure how to answer. Some of them were kind of repeats. You know, that whole general sort of thing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for 30K. That's still insane to me. I did not expect to get that far when I was first starting off just making videos so my boyfriend would finally experience Morrowind. Wasn't really expecting such a great reception, so thank you guys a whole lot for that. I will be getting back to the Let's Plays very soon. I'm hoping I can start recording again like the next couple of days. In fact, maybe even today, I don't know, I kind of need to edit this one because now it's been so long, I really need to put it up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave this video a like, maybe consider supporting my Ko-fi or Patreon if you want to help out the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!